Hey, welcome. Sorry, it took me a minute. Had to get prepared. I did a couple readings for some people, and now I am here. I'm just trying to make sure everything balanced, good to go. So we're here to do this reading for Nipsey Hussle. It's been a year since Nip has been gone, which is crazy, right? Like time is flying by very quickly. But the thing that's so crazy about it is that I remember, funny enough, my friend was calling me earlier, and unfortunately, I couldn't pick up because I have to do this reading for you guys, right? But the thing that's crazy is that I was on the phone with her when all of this shit went down. Oops, sorry. When all this shit went down, basically, like it was crazy because we were just talking on the phone, and then next thing you know, she was like, Nipsey Hussle died. And I'm like, what? And I remember speaking to her earlier, and I'm like, yo, I have like this strange feeling like that somebody's gonna be transitioning today. Or, well, that day a year ago, today a year ago, basically. And I was like, I don't know why, but I just have like this weird feeling that somebody's transitioning on the West Coast or whatever. And then next thing you know, she hit me up and she told me that Nipsey passed. And I'm like, whoa, like it just blew my mind. All the way blew my mind. And I couldn't believe it. Like it was just like a complete shock to me. A lot of you have been asking me to do like a reading for Nip since it's his anniversary that's coming up. Okay. So what I have on, let me just explain to y'all because I don't want y'all to think like, okay, what does she have on today? This shirt is very special to me. Okay. So this shirt right here is actually an Eritrean shirt that I actually got when I was in college. I mean, not in college, in high school. So basically, there was this author, and as we know, Nip is Eritrean as well, excuse me. And when I was in high school, there's this author. He was basically a Harvard professor, I think. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But he was just talking about his journey coming from that country, coming to America, adapting. And his book was called Of Angels and Beetles. And his name was Maui. I don't want to fuck up his last name, excuse me. But Maui Asjidom, I believe is the last name. And so I was the girl in the audience. He said, whoever wants a free book and wants this shirt, this is made from my country, basically. So whoever wants this shirt, scream the loudest. So basically, I was screaming my whole heart and face off. And I got this shirt, and I've kept this shirt ever since because this literally comes from where Nip and this author is from. So in honor, I'm just like wearing the attire to kind of like respectfully honor him and to honor his people, basically, and just to honor his legacy and where he's come from, basically. So this is like vitally important to me, and I felt like this would be like a nice story to be able to like kind of share with you guys as well. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, as we usually do whenever we do readings, we always find cards that are going to represent people. So do me a favor, because I know he was born August 15th. I can't remember the year precisely. I want to say 83 or 85, but can somebody confirm that for me really quick? I'd really appreciate that. So I'm going to just find the King of Wands for him. And then I'm also going to find a card in the Oracle deck as well. 85? Okay, cool. Just making sure, because I was just like, I know it's one of them. And then, what is Laura's birthday? Because I know Laura, she's a Sagittarius. I just can't remember the birthday right now. I was like such in a rush to like get on here, because I hate making y'all wait forever, and I don't want to do that to y'all. So that's why, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just make y'all find a thing for me, so I don't have to stress myself out trying to be like, okay, is everything together? Oh my God, like freaking out all the time. So y'all can find Laura's birthday and post it below. So I got 12/5. What's the year for Laura? Is it 85 as well, or is it 84? I thought it might have been 84. But I don't know. Y'all let me know. Sorry, I'm just going through these cards so I can try to find Nip in the Oracle deck. This Oracle deck that I have. Alright, there we go. Okay. So let me light some things real quick. Yup. Alrighty. Because I want to get the mood going. I think I need to buy more candles. 84. Yep, on the money. 84. I was like, I know she's born in 84 or something like that. I just couldn't remember because they're so close in age range, like the year. I just couldn't remember which, you know, who was born first. If it was her or him or whatever, but we got it right now. All right. So light a little sage. We got the cards out. As we do, as I usually do in general, y'all know, basically, you guys can ask questions below that you guys want to focus on. Also, this is an opportunity to just kind of get his energy and see where we're at, where he is, his progression in his spiritual world. And we're going to start. All right. So I'm going to start off with the Oracle deck because we just want to do a general spiritual energy reading, seeing where his spirit and energy is, how he's feeling, what's going on with him. Find out what is happening with Nip. How is he feeling? What is good with his energy? What does he want to communicate to his fans, to his people? What does he want to open up and talk about in this present moment? We got your energy in the building. I hope you feel respected and loved on this day. And let's hope that we are conveying the messages that you need. Thank you, Maya, so much. And I got one question. I think I got a view of what that question is, but we're definitely gonna talk about that. Don't worry, I did see the question. And I think this is probably in reference to the question, but I'm just going to relate a couple of things because he wants to talk about some things. Okay. So, for starters, he's saying he's placing the door to spirit in the past. So this is him saying, like, he just keeps saying to me over and over again, I don't need people to feel, I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me, okay? Me and dealing with my transition is supposed to be a joyous occasion. So I'm going to show y'all really quick. Let me just pick this card up. So this is in the past, door to spirit. Door to spirit is usually like the element of, like, as you can see, kind of like the dove opening up like heaven's gates, basically, and transitioning into a more spiritual being and evolving into a higher presence of consciousness. This is just primarily talking about, he's just like, I want people to be happy for me. He's like, I know a lot of people feel very upset, like, you know, they didn't want me to leave too soon. They, you know, they wish that I stayed around. They knew that I had so many more beautiful things coming up in my life and probably would have had more success. But he's just like, you have to understand that sometimes, like, God has a bigger plan for you and your energy is needed in a higher place. The energy is needed in a higher place in order for me to do greater and bigger things. You understand? So he's trying to say, like, please make sure that you all are, you know, celebrating the essence of his spirit and hoping that you can kind of, he's like, I need my people to come together and use me as an anchor. Like if I'm in a higher place of being, I need people to use me as an anchor to basically understand and grasp what I was intending to do with this energy that I wanted to do on a spiritual level. Because see, he kept saying to me, he was like, the one thing that's funny is that, you know, when you're dealing with like real gangster thug shit or whatever it is that people personify you to be, and that's all they categorize you to be, you know, I'm gonna sit there and change the game and basically take it up another level. Like he's like, I'm making sure that I'm changing the game and taking it up to a different level. So that way it's a situation to where I can bring in the spiritual aspect, especially dealing with people that are into the street life. Who's to say that street niggas can't be spiritual? That's the one thing that he keeps saying to me over and over again. So he's like, this is an important time for self-reflection. He's like, I'm okay. He's putting Archangel Samuel, focusing on himself, building a stronger power within himself. But also, like, especially like just being able to use, because he is a Leo, so this chakra is a primary target chakra for him. Speaking of which, but actually being able to use his power in a healing way. So he's wanting to talk about he's like, let's talk about self. You know, this is like about to be very educational. That's like the energy that I get from him. Like, he's just like, we got to talk about self. We got to talk about what we are planning to do with self. Because he keeps saying that I'm looking at my people, but certain people keep going in the wrong direction. Adjacent possibilities is talking about how people feel like everything is enclosed and they don't have the opportunity to go through different avenues or kind of like make it through life. And he's like, y'all got to be patient. He's like, y'all have to be patient. Y'all have to be patient. But this is about reforming altogether. This is why all of these things are kind of currently happening right now, because it's about reforming our wealth. How are we reforming our wealth as people? And how is it benefiting us as individuals as well? We can't, he's like, we got to close the door to the old way. The old ways are not working anymore. The old ways are not working anymore. You are no longer going to be able to use these old ways because they're draining you. You can't use these old ways. We have to create our own way. And so he's saying that he's patient. He's showing me the patience card. Like, I'm patient. I know my people will wake up and start to understand what I mean, because the door to value is in the subconscious mind. He's like, all things will pay off. All things will pay off, but we just have to open up new doors to different avenues and reform our thought processes as far as how we work as people. He's like, the work is still not done yet. He's saying that he is putting the magician in the mirror, like basically doing his best to make sure that people understand that even though he had only so much limited time to really express the way that he felt, like, okay, well, I'm saying, he's like, I did whatever I had to do. I did whatever I had to do. Like, that's what he keeps saying. I put out everything that I needed to put out in my messages and in my music and in everything that I needed to do. Because what I did was, he keeps showing me like the production of his music. He's like, I did certain things to unlock people's minds. And that's why they don't like this. That's why they don't want our people to elevate and to grow into different, you know, into different energies, into different situations. They're not ready for that. They're not ready for our people to kind of come together and basically say, you know what, screw this. We finna create our own everything. And he's like, don't be so conflicted about being in one location. He's like, y'all better get y'all money like all over the world, like just like how I was doing. Like, he keeps saying that. He just keeps talking about like just being able to diversify your energy. And balance out your energy the best way possible. Because see, healing, he keeps talking about like being, he's like people think that when it comes down to making money, when it comes down to health, and when it comes down to spirituality, like they're all separate from each other. He's like, no, but these are all one energy. He's like, these are all one energy. These are all one forces of energy that we all have to study within our own bodies in order to maintain the success that we want. But we have to change. He just keeps showing me like different things, like basically kind of like showing me with the patience card, kind of like with time, things take time in order to melt, right? It takes time for things to melt, for things to be reformed and structured into our own financial wealth, into changing the stream of what we're used to doing. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like changing the stream of the things that we're used to, that we're used to doing on a constant basis. We have to change the flow of this in order to build or rebuild and restructure for ourselves. He keeps saying that you have to see it in this perspective. Y'all are too, he's like, yo, people too dependent on the fact that they relying on the main people that basically had their hand in taking me out to support them and to cut them checks and to make sure that they eat and that they kids is okay. Like, we got to change the flow of the energy, of the money energy, and that's what he was trying to do. He keeps stressing that to me over and over again. Okay. So there's a couple of things that are coming up that he wanted to talk about, and he's primarily pulling out, okay. So what I'm seeing here, he keeps showing me, he keeps talking about like certain things as far as people seeing, he keeps saying people seeing this as a victory with what happened with whoever is being convicted for his murder. But he's saying that there's a female energy behind this. And this person works in law. I don't know what this means. Like, either they are a lawyer or they work in law enforcement. That's the best way to describe it. He's saying that when it comes down to this individual, like, yes, it will seem like it's a successful conviction of this person, because as you can see, the attachment card is showing them being locked up or whatever the situation is. But as you can see, this woman has a mask and everything is not as what it seems. Okay, everything is not as it seems, is what he's saying. So I just keep getting the feeling that he's not putting too much blame on this person, because he's saying that they mess with his mind. They're saying that because this is the crown chakra. He keeps saying somebody mess with his mind. They keep saying that somebody mess with his mind. I don't know what that's about, but somebody mess with his head. With, again, the crown chakra, the head, okay? Messing with him spiritually in the mind. And this might be a female, like a doctor or like somebody like psychology or doing something like that, but they're in law enforcement. I don't know why, but he keeps stressing that certain people are in law enforcement doing these things to certain people. And they're ordered to do it, is what he keeps saying. These people are ordered to do these things. Okay, let me get this card out. Sorry. So here we go. King of Wands. All right. And somebody was asking me a question. I'm gonna go back and forth and like look at the questions and also, you know, shuffle cards on what makes sense to me as well. But let me just scroll through here and see. Okay, so someone was asking, how does he feel about the coronavirus? Okay, so we'll start there. And again, I appreciate those that support me in the super chat, those that support me through readings. You all can hit me up at Queen Prodigy 0369 on IG. Also, you can email me at queenprodigy369@gmail for any personal consultations. If y'all don't have it like that, like I said, I ain't asking for much. Just a little dollars here and there, you know what I'm saying? A little donation. But if you can do it for free, I appreciate all of you liking, subscribing, and tuning into my videos and telling people about me. Because, you know, word of mouth is everything and support is everything as well. So I appreciate all of y'all time and y'all tuning in. All right, so let's get back to this. Okay, so how does Nip feel about the situation pertaining to the coronavirus is the question. How does Nip feel about the state of the world and what's going on with the coronavirus right now? I'm already hearing a couple of things. He keeps saying, see, this is the reason why people wanted things to be kept a secret. But he's like, I refuse to let judgment come down on my people. I'm not going to keep things a secret. I rather know that this is my final judge at the end of the day. That's my final judge. Alrighty. Okay. So he want to talk about a couple of things. He keeps saying that when it comes down to the situation, All right, so he's placing the Five of Pentacles on his crown, right? People are making, he keeps saying that people need to make better decisions. Poor decisions are no longer allowed to be made anymore. This is destined. He's saying certain things are aligned and destined to happen. So he's not surprised about this. This is why he came forward to kind of celebrate his life and to also tell y'all the truth about what's good, is what he keeps saying to me. All of this was done for a reason, because look at what we're dealing with right now. He's saying that he's putting the Page of Wands in a situation, saying that there's misinformation about this disease that's going on. He keeps stressing that a lot. There's a lot of misinformation about this disease that's going on. Talking about bad news all the time, but he's like, they're not getting the right information in order to heal themselves. So he's saying, this is the World card, right? Everybody being at home, people being restricted on lockdown. But when it comes down to talking about what's really happening, he wants me to tell y'all that y'all have to, okay, that makes sense. So when it comes down to things in your appliances, if you all can do this, and listen to me carefully, okay? This is vitally important if you guys can do this. If you have things that are in your home, devices that are in your home, i.e. cell phones, i.e. electronics, different things like that. He keeps saying, please don't be stuck in the screen all day while y'all locked up in the house. Please do something constructive and get off the internet. He's like, I'm putting a restriction on people that's on the internet over and over again. And especially he keeps, a lot of people think that it's some conspiracy stuff, but he keeps talking about, he keeps pointing up, like towards a light pole. That's how I see him. He's like, y'all need to pay attention to this stuff. They're trying to affect people's homes, and this is what's getting people sick. Okay? He's saying, please drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, but there's a lot of misinformation that's happening, that's being communicated into the world. And he's also saying, please use your intuition with love. He's like, I'm doing this out of love. I'm trying to communicate this out of love for my people. That this needs to be communicated, that people need to start planning. People need to start making financial plans, but also plans for their own well-being, basically. Funny enough, he's saying that his mother is very much aware of this, aware of what's going on, because she felt conflicted, is what they're saying. Like, she felt like there was a bit of confliction about like what to do or how to handle certain things, but he's very calm about it. He was very much calm about trying to explain things to her and say that this is like, help her to understand that this is the path that he needs to go on, basically, in order to help other people. And it's not that she didn't support what he was doing. She does. It's just that it still kind of hurts her on some level. It still kind of hurts her because she feels like he's given so much of himself to his community. And she's like, what else can I do? I feel like they have a very strong telepathic relationship. So I don't mean to be getting into people's business and nothing like that, but they have a very strong telepathic relationship. And, she's like, this process, because he's expecting her to push the lessons forward. He keeps saying that, Mama, you got to push the lessons forward. You got to keep pushing the lessons forward. And she's like, but how can I bring this entire community and put them on my shoulders if people ain't paying attention? And he's like, just grab those up that are willing to listen. Take those that are willing to listen under your wing. That's all you got to do, is just take those save those that you can save under your wing. And that's what he keeps saying. Like, you gotta save those, like they me, like I'm your like they your baby. You gotta save your children. That's what he keeps saying over and over again. Save your children. Okay, let me see what else is going on. What is this message for Cross? I'm sorry. Imani and family. Okay. Then keep moving. I'm sorry. I'm just scrolling. That's why. Thank you, babes. About me being dressed to the nines. Um. So yeah, let's focus on family. Okay. What does he have to say about family? What does he have to say? What do you have to say about Imani? What do you have to say about Cross? Anything that you need to say to your family? Okay. He keeps showing me the strength card, and he's like, my boy finna walk in my footsteps. He's excited about his boy. He's like, my boy finna walk in my footsteps. Oh, you gotta talk about some serious stuff. Okay. It's very emotional. Basically, it's an emotional thing. Okay, so we got this right here. Okay. He's showing me the eight of wands, doing his best to open up and communicate to them the best way that he knows how. And it's very difficult sometimes for them to understand what's happening, or for them to really fully grasp what's going on, because he keeps showing me, he's saying to me that when it comes down to the Five of Cups, again, it's, it is hurtful, especially for the children. Like, he gets very emotional about it, because it's like he's communicating to them the best way that he knows how, but he's like, I don't want to scare them or nothing like that. Like, I'm just trying to like show up in their dreams or something, but I know that they physically want me to be present. And I guess that's the part that hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that hurts. And they hear so many things. He's like, they hear so many things about me that aren't true. That people judge me and say the things that I've done or whatever it is, because it's showing me the Devil's card and the Judgment card. You know what I'm saying? People casting false stones. He's like, people casting false stones against me, and that's not even the case. If anything, I'm trying to beat this. He's like, I'm trying to beat this, because my redemption is far more important than anything, and people got it confused. Is what he's saying. He's placing like this King of Pentacles in the past, and this could be his brother, or just wanting someone to kind of definitely step up and take his wisdom. And that's what it is. Well, okay, I know that a lot of people have different comments and stuff, so just give me a minute. I'm going to get to your responses. Just give me 1 second. Again, a lot of indecision about what's going on or what to do, because, a lot of people that love him dearly are heartbroken and torn about certain things. But I feel like he keeps pulling up his daughter, wanting her to like get into this space of like trying to relax and meditate, basically, to get back into herself, because she's going to have like this sudden spark, like this thing that suddenly happens, to where she has this opportunity of connecting with him. Because he's showing me, have faith and know that I'm okay. This is the final card. Have faith, know that I'm okay, and that we will connect with each other. So he's trying to like get her to become more spiritually focused, because the girl, he's saying that she has the ability, she has the gift to connect. And I know that she misses me the most, because there's so much craziness that's going on around her, and she just wants to reach out to him, is what he keeps saying. But he's like, I'm here, I'm talking to you, I'm here. She can understand me. That's what he keeps saying. The baby, I call her the baby. That's how I guess that's how he's talking about her, like the baby. The baby, the baby can hear me. That's what he just keeps saying. The baby can hear me. Talking about his little girl. So the baby can hear me. Let me see. It was said that he left this earth with another pregnant woman, not Lauren. Well, the thing is that I think I have to look at my past readings because I think I spoke about this in my previous readings, and I have one reading that's posted publicly that I first did for Nip, and then there was a second reading because I just kept feeling like, and I'm gonna look over that and I'm gonna see if I can release it because I have it saved. I just didn't get a chance to post it up yet because I was unsure about the things that I was saying because they was already getting on my case about my original Nipsey video. So I'm gonna watch that video again. But I believe that I did speak about another pregnant female prior to this happening. So let me see really quick. I just want to find the Lovers card, and I'm just gonna put certain people back up in here and see what comes up. So let me see what's up. So yeah, y'all can definitely watch the first Nipsey video that I did. But I think there was a second one that I did. I did a couple of them for him back in the day, and I think I was like, I had no tarot cards, and I was talking about this situation, about another situation with a pregnant female. So I'm definitely gonna look into it and then see if I can put that out there. So what I'm doing is I have him right here. This is the Lover's card. I'm placing the Lover's card on his crown. And I just want to see what he has to say about his own personal love life and what's going on with that. And see who comes up. Okay. Well, he's pretty certain, okay? Because I asked him. Here he is right here, okay? I got the Lover's card on his head. In this card, this is Laura. He still loves Laura, he does. But he is also saying that she understands my past. She understands that I'm like, she understands the way that I am, is what he's saying. He's like, the world don't need to know everything that we doing. Like, the world don't need to know everything that we got going on. Like, there's just certain things that a lot of people will never understand that I keep away from the world and away from our relationship, period. So he's like, I'm not expecting everybody to understand everything that's going on in my personal life or what my relationship is like with Laura or with anybody else for that matter. Certain people come back in from the past, things happen, whatever, but he's still showing that there's a strong commitment here because I put her back in the deck. Okay, she was sitting out on the table and I placed her back in the deck and shuffled up the deck, and there are a total of 78 cards, and out of the probability of her being in his subconscious mind, on his heart, it is what it is. He is saying like basically when it comes down to like looking after the son, he's extremely proud of that, keeping him away from the internet. She knows, like, it's like she thinks about, I keep hearing she thinks about what Nip would do before actually trying to, like, he doesn't want his son to be like too exposed to the world is what he keeps saying. He's like, he's trying to like protect his son from the world or whatever, like just carefully, like, it's like not yet, like just keep saying not yet. If it's like little pictures and things like that, that's fine. I just don't want my baby all up in the internet. Like, that's what he keeps saying. I don't need my kids up in the internet like that. That's what he keeps expressing. He knows that he's left a big burden on her shoulders to take care of and to support his legacy, and he's grateful for her for that. He's like, listen, I'm not the type of person that's like super conventional as far as like marriage and different things like that. That's not the type of person that I am. Like the way that I see marriage is a very spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? And especially if I'm breaking bread with somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's who I'm with on that level. So he's showing me like there's a very deep spiritual marriage between them, because he feels that he can trust her on that aspect of being able to hold it down spiritually, but also he's showing me that he understands, like she understands more of a monetary way and making sure that she's comfortable. Like he's always going to make sure that she is comfortable no matter what. So like I said, a lot of people aren't going to understand the dynamics of how he operates, because he's showing me like, people have this very strict construct of what relationships look like. But let's be for real, I'm a man, I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how he is. You either with it or you ain't. And that's what it's about. And he's not going to explain too much. If he knows that he has to do things on a Western level, and Laura's down for it and she's willing to be the spokesperson for that or whatever, he's cool with that. But he's like, the world don't need to know about all of my relationships or who I've been with or whatever it is. But everybody know that when it comes down to who's the main person I check in with, it is Lauren. Like that's just what he's explaining to me. So I hope you guys can understand where he's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. So was Nip and Lauren a couple before he passed? Yes. I think there were pictures all over the place. I like that, keeping children private. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments so that way I can like make sure that I'm catching everything. So Angie is saying he and Lauren was a business relationship. I'm just saying in order to show black love. Absolutely. I mean, but they look good together. Let's just be for real. And let's just be honest. Like the way that let me pull out Lauren again. Cause I just keep getting the feeling like she was just kind of like on some bossing up shit. Like she's just like, I feel like after Wayne, like, it's all respect and all love there with Wayne. But I just kind of feel like she felt like she wanted to boss up, like, you know what I'm saying? Be with somebody, like, cause she has a certain type, like that's just how she is. But I feel like Nip was like the type of person that was definitely on some bossing up type stuff. But, as far as like the West Coast goes, but I think that he did his best to like open her mind to different spiritual aspects that she was never really open to before. And that's the feeling that I keep getting from him, like he's teaching her things, you know what I'm saying, like basically trying to school her on different things. It is what it is. That's what she keeps saying. Like it is. Yeah, I know. It is what it is. So okay, here we go. So here she is. I placed Nip on her crown, okay? She's like, I'm doing my best to like stick to the plan. I'm doing my best to stick to his plan, his word, support the family, make sure everybody good in the family and make sure that everything is cohesive. But she's like, there's a couple of things that I know that I can't deal with. And I'm assuming this is a situation dealing with females, like, it's like she knows him. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's like, I know him. I'm aware. I'm aware of the things that's going on or the people that come up. Again, I pulled out this person from the past before. This is a female that was in his life previously. I came back into his life and it was kind of like a connection thing that kind of happened or whatever. He's very much aware of that. But he's kind of showing me, because look at that. Here's another Queen of Cups. Okay, so we got Laura right here, Queen of Cups. And then we have this woman right here. Okay. Regardless of if he is, say if he's in a relationship with this one, maybe he got a baby by this one, and maybe this one, was, it was what it was. He tries to, it's like, and he's like saying that he's like, two of them might like each other, but the other two, other ones might not get along. Like, that's just how he's explaining it. He's like, it is what it is. But he's just like, we all have like this understanding and this duty to the family, period. That's what it's supposed to be. And that's kind of how I kept it. Like, that's what he keeps saying. Like, I want to keep it into a situation to where this is about family over everything, you know, over everybody's petty discretions or jealousies or, you know, wanting notoriety or anything like that. That's not what this is about. Because with the high priestess in the situation, it's like he's saying that people are focusing, you know, their secretiveness and their energy in different areas, and he's not with it. So she's showing her commitment here. She's showing me like she still loves him. That love is still strong. Can't nothing get in the way between that. She's like, I'm staying in this. She's like, I'm staying. She wants justice for him, of course, but she knows that the justice is much bigger. And she's like, I'm not really dealing with nothing until the day that I die. Like, it's like she's riding for him until the end. She feels like all these other females, they just gonna fall off like it's just a trend or whatever it is. But she's like, I'm committed to this man to the day I die. So she's very much committed to this. Again, and I keep pulling up there's some sort of disagreement in the family that seems to be going on, and mom keeps talking about it. Some sort of disagreement, maybe, I don't know if it's happening with Laura or happening with other people in the family, but there's some sort of disagreement that he wants to be resolved, because he keeps pulling up his mother, and making sure that this shit don't go public, is what he keeps saying, and make it like, because he keeps saying that he wants, you know, he keeps saying that this, with the world card and the judgment card, these things are happening very quickly. But he's trying to pull certain energies back together to making sure that everything is working cohesively with each other. Okay, so that's that. Let me see what else we got here. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's like this camera. I swear to God. I'm just trying to read the questions. Okay. Yeah, they had children together. I don't know why certain people are saying that or whatever. Some people, oh my God, this camera thing. I swear to God. Okay, there we go. I don't know why people saying that. Maybe some people feel that way. Did Noises die because of him finding out who the man was who found the cure for cancer? So you're talking about, I'm trying to fix this camera, y'all. You're talking about Dr. Sabi. Sorry, I'm trying to, this is so annoying. 1 second, there we go. Okay, so you're talking about with Dr. Sabi, right? That has a part to do with it. She didn't plan on having a baby with Nip. It happened and she had to go with it. Do you know who this female is? Because, like I said, I'm kind of curious to know who that individual is or what happened, if you have information. Oh, yes. And also, Selena passed away today, too. So shout out to Selena. I'm sorry, I'm just reading through this, so be patient with me, y'all. I just wanted to say I love you, Queen. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions. They knew their roles in some ways, yes. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, let's see. How do you know all of this from this reading? Because I wasn't here earlier on. Oh, okay, so you're asking them that question. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just like, just trying to read up all the comments and stuff because people comment and I'm like, I don't want to miss nobody's, no one's questions or anything like that, basically. So thank you guys for being patient. Okay, so, let's talk about, y'all, what else y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about, let's talk about what happened with his passing. Okay, because it's been a year. And somebody was asking me about Dr. Sabi and if his death has anything to do with Dr. Sabi. So let's focus on that. Does his death have anything to do with Dr. Sabi? That's what someone is asking, and I'm just going to look into it and answer. Most of what people say. Like, he's showing me a couple of things. He's so in tune right now. I love it. He's like, you gotta understand something. Like, there's a piece to everything. You understand what I'm saying? He's like, there's a piece to all of this. Like, some people may think that it's because of one aspect or whatever it is, but a lot of people don't know the connections that I really have, right? He's showing me the angel of strength in the past. Again, that Leo energy. So he's connecting to this major big way. Leo energy. He's like, they killed me because of my strength. They killed me because of the fact that I was bringing in something new. I was bringing in a different type of energy. And he's so serious about this because he's showing me the healer of the ages. Look at this. So healer of the ages is like that kind of strong lion energy. It's like kind of reminding me of like Haile Selassie type of energy. Bringing healing into the community. He's showing me bringing healing into the community and showing people a different light, a different way of being. You understand? So yes, it's a part of that, but he's like, there's so much more. He's like, there's so much more to what I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the sun, place in the sun. He's like, I am the sun. I am, that Leo energy. I am like, it's kind of like, what people would be like that Christ energy. That's what he was trying to bring forward and teach people how to utilize that Christ energy into themselves. And that's the reason why he's saying that they shut him down. He's like, they shut me down, rest and rejuvenation, like teaching people how to meditate, teaching people different arts and different things that they wouldn't think that I would do. You understand? So it's just like, how can I say it? He's like, I gave people the clue to the fuel. Like Dr. Sebi is the clue to the fuel. But to build yourself and to build into your own light, this takes a lot of discipline that a lot of people don't know about. So if you think about it this way. If he has like this, some sort of spiritual awareness and spiritual knowledge, and he wants to help his community and put people on a new path, because he keeps showing me like this community card. He keeps placing this community card in his subconscious mind, saying that I'm bringing this new awareness to the community, but I'm trying to bring healing. I'm trying to bring healing into the situation, pull them into the door to personal healing and happiness. Okay? But he's like, even when, you have so much success and all this love and people love you and, your relationship good, your family good, everything good, people bring a shitstorm into your backyard because they don't want, he's like, they don't want everybody else to have this knowledge. They don't want people to basically have the ability to live like this, to be happy. And I found that way. I found that doorway into walking into that door. You know what I'm saying? And so he was trying to teach them something new, and they were like, nah, we got to stop this. Because you have to see it in a way of political reform. You understand what I mean? You have to look into things into political reform. He's all about his people. So just because you see him posted up with Diddy, Jay-Z, all this other stuff like that, okay? Just because you see that does not mean, oh, this dude is sell out or he this or whatever it is. Like, he's just doing business. He's like, there's a difference between me doing business and me doing what I need to do for my people. There's two different nips when it comes down to that. And he's making that very clear. Like showing me that he's far more militant, in his day-to-day life, basically. So he had to put the energy into the music. He keeps saying, I'm putting the energy into the creativity. But he's like, in patience and due time, it will be passed on to my children. That's what he's saying, showing me happy family, but also wanting his own people to take on that creativity and to utilize aspects of healing themselves into healing energy and to carry on that light. because this is possible. He's like, people don't have to be broken. But see, he's like, what people do, you have to understand. He's like, the way that things are done is that people think, oh, well, you should have left your hood. That's what everybody was saying. Like, oh, people need to leave their hood. They got to leave their hood because that's why they getting killed and gunned down and everything else like that. But look at Pop. Pop, you know what I'm saying, was out of town. Pop wasn't even in his backyard. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, what do it matter anyway if they're already putting a target on your back because you preaching the same shit, because you trying to do the same shit that Pop and all these other people were doing, that X and all these other people were doing, was trying to like bring people together and put them on a different level of consciousness and elevate them. And you have a system that's trying to break you down. What do? What can you do? All you can do is be the spokesperson and hope that people remember your message. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you can do. But it's just, it becomes a problem when we have so many toxic beings like in our community, and they're not willing to fight to heal for themselves. They only see in the shortcomings of money and what they can gain from certain things, and just to play the role. And even with people questioning Lauren and everything like that, he's saying all the way, like, she's gonna do whatever she has to do, but he's like, I'm not trying to put her in jeopardy or in danger because she got to take care of the kids. Like, that's just how he's saying it. She has to be there for the children. Like, she got to be there for my babies. Let me see. Can you repeat the name of the book from earlier? Yes. So the name of the book, oops. Goodness, man, stay still. The name of the book is Of Angels and Beetles. And this is about basically a Harvard law student who came from the same country that Nip is from, Eritrea, okay? And he was the one, his name is Maui, Mawi. And I think it's Asgedom, and I'm just gonna spell it for you, Asgedom. So he had this shirt made by his people, made the shirt, whatever. Basically gave me the shirt, and I just felt like, well, this is his people's garments. Why not do a reading for him? You know what I'm saying? In his people's garments, out of respect for Nip. So that's why I'm wearing this right now. Thank you. I got it on Amazon. You on the money. Thank you. I'm just trying to remember. What's good with that? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sure she knows why the mother went to court to establish rights as legal guardians to children for estate purposes. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find that video, because I swear to God I talked about this. I really did talk about this previously, and I was just like, I was a little nervous because I was saying a lot of shit, and YouTube, they won't monetize your shit if you saying too much, basically. Who is this Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords? This was the same thing as the Thinking Woman. He keeps talking about this air sign. Let me pull her out, actually, because he keeps saying that there's a female related to his murder, and I'm trying to understand who she is. Who is this female energy related to his demise, and what's going on with this? Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. So this is crazy. So here it is right here. Female energy. He keeps saying this woman wanted more than I was able to give. Um, Feeling like this is a situation where it's like the Seven of Swords in the subconscious mind. Feeling like she was expecting more than he was able to give is what he keeps saying to me. So here is the comfort card. This person can't, he keeps saying this female cannot handle the fact that she was getting cut off financially. I don't know, I just keep hearing female energy being cut off financially from the comforts that she was used to having. She's placing this King of Swords. This is a matching suit to her in the root. So maybe this is something that she wanted. She wanted her to be the one or something like that. I just keep hearing. But this Justice card is in the situation. Like certain females, this female that wanted more from him and he wasn't coming back to her. He keeps saying that somebody, this female knows something about this energy. This female knows something about this energy. And it's like this person is not, he keeps saying this individual needs to be probably have her own justice. Like he's like, I will deal with her. Like I am going to deal with this because she ain't being brought up in the justice system. I just keep hearing she ain't being. Okay, I don't know like who this individual is, but like I said before, because I think maybe this has something to do with related to Eric as well. But he keeps pulling some sort of connection between this woman that he knows and Eric, and then also wondering why, like, he's like, she ain't gonna see nothing. She ain't gonna see no courtroom or nothing like that, is what he keeps saying. But he's like, I will find another way, because he's showing me the Judgment card and he's showing me the Moon card. Okay, like certain things are kept secret, certain conversations are kept quiet, but people would try to like randomly hit him up and find out where he at or what's going on. But he's seeing things a little bit more clearly from an outside perspective. Like this person who couldn't handle being cut off or couldn't handle this change that he was making because he didn't want nothing to do with her no more. She couldn't deal with it. She couldn't handle it. She couldn't deal with it. And he's like, I keep hearing him say, all a part of the motive. All a part of the motive. This is all a part of the motive. He's like, I thought that I taught her better than to succumb to working with dirty feds, is what he's saying. This person was a spy. Not good energy. Spying on his energy. Okay? Somebody that's spying on his energy, and he was cutting them off financially. He keeps expressing that to me, that he was cutting them off financially and that this person couldn't have him the way that they wanted him. And this is like a relationship. I keep feeling relationship energy, okay, behind this female, because when I see these two cards right here, this is like a matching suit, okay? This is a matching suit, which would indicate this being in the root, the King of Swords being in the root. This is what she wanted. She wanted to be together with him. You understand what I'm saying? But he wasn't having it. And so she just keeps feeling like she just kept waiting around. And it's like this weird, strange offer came up to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? This offer came up to her. But this is like basically using like people from inside of different units or inside of corrupt units to attack him. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to make it make sense to a lot of people right now. So that's why there's a lot of different situations that are going on with that. Okay, certain people couldn't handle being cut off, is what he keeps saying. People can't handle being cut off. Um, they cannot handle being cut off, basically. Like, I don't, it's like those feelings, those love feelings weren't there anymore, and it's like I'm doing my own thing. I'm doing my own thing. He just keeps saying that over and over again to this person. I'm doing my own thing. I'm not I'm not doing this, you know? I don't have time to do this, is what he keeps saying, and walking away from her. And she's highly upset. Like, she's extremely upset, and she feels, you know, she just feels very angry, just very angry about the situation, pertaining to his decision. And I just kind of feel like if this female can't have him the way that she wants him, then she's going to work against him. That's the energy that I keep hearing, that she's going to work against him. And I'm assuming what I'm saying is right, because the 8 of Wands with the 9 of Swords, this is tormented female energy. Somebody out there, I don't know, but somebody knows who I'm talking about, and they have an idea of who this is. Okay? They have an idea of who this individual is. That she does not, she's like, yo, she ain't in her right mind, bro. Like, she's just not in her right mind. Like, she ain't in her right mind at all. But he's like, this is just going to backfire on I don't know who Karen Civil is. Who is Karen Civil? Can someone help me understand who is that? I don't know. Everybody, I'm sorry. I don't pay attention to social media like that. And do you have a birthday? So who is Tanisha baby mama or something? His first baby mama with the baby girl? I'm trying to figure out who people are. I'm sorry, I have to ask because I don't know who everybody is. So I gotta ask. So I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, can you tell? Okay, if y'all can put names and say this is baby mama, or this is person that he worked with, or this is okay, so Tanisha is mom. And when's her birthday? Is it November? Is that what when her birthday is? And who can I ask who is who is Karen? Who's that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who is that? Who's that person, basically? And if you all got their birthday or whatever. So Karen was in business with Nip, and her birthday is 11/8/86. Okay, so she's supposed to be a partner. Okay, gotcha. But she can't. I need to drink my water. Do y'all know when Tanisha's birthday is? Because I'm just trying to figure out who's. It will let me know. I mean, I'm gonna ask about Karen, and if this card comes up, if this Queen of Swords comes up as her, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to find out people's birthday ahead of time. So if y'all know baby mama's birthday, if y'all don't, that's fine. I'll still try to do my thing. Let me have some water. My bad, y'all. I'm fasting. So, okay, so Tanisha, a Taurus. Funny enough, oh my God, that's so crazy. I ain't even gonna say too much because now I'm putting my business out there or whatever. But anyway, let me focus on Karen really quick. We're gonna focus on his business relationship with Karen first and foremost and see what's going on with that. All right. And also, if you guys want to support me directly, y'all can hit me up at Cashapp, on Cashapp at Queen Prodigy 369. Venmo is Queen-Prodigy-369. Y'all can hit me up through PayPal, through the email at queenprodigy369@gmail to support, because I love doing what I do. And I appreciate whatever you all have to give out of the kindness of your hearts. Alrighty? So let's see what we have. Okay. So I just turned over some cards pertaining to. Thank you, Maya, for putting that out there. So I just turned over some cards pertaining to this energy dealing with caring. He's not showing me a particular card for her, but I am seeing similar cards from the previous reading. Okay, so first of all, this Tower card, tragedy strikes, and this is over financial situations. Ten of Pentacles, dealing with finances. He no longer wanted to be in a partnership. This is a partnership business card. I think there was something going on with the business that was happening, and I think he was doing his best to. He said that things were not, something was not handled financially appropriately. Like other people were like, he was like, money, certain things ain't adding up. And he was kind of putting things into perspective. But he is also saying that things, this is the three, like when I see three cups like this, usually this is about like his own personal success and celebrations and things like that. But also it could mean that it's a situation to where this person is acting like a third party and interfering in other relationships that they shouldn't be interfering in. So I just keep getting the feeling that they couldn't separate between business and pleasure, and that became an issue. Again, I pulled out this card before, the Seven of Swords, people not wanting people, not wanting individuals where they wanted them to be. Not wanting people the way that they wanted them to be. Feeling like they you know what I'm saying? Like they're not giving is the way that she wants them to give. You understand what I'm saying? She's showing me, okay, look at that. Four of Pentacles, possessions. Trying to possess him, trying to control what's going on, trying to control everything that's going on. And this is just not only about money. This is about relationships. You know what I'm saying? Things that turn from a, I guess you could say, an intimate experience to wanting something more. And he's like, I'm not having it. I'm sticking to my family. And it just got out of control, especially with this Tower card, you know, got out of control. Things got out of control. So he's like, it probably ain't gonna be said, but the hangman is here, people keeping quiet. But you know what I'm saying? Certain things are being discussed, basically. Like certain things are being talked about pertaining to this, is what he keeps saying to me. Let me see. Okay, I'm getting to Tanisha. Thank you guys for posting over and over again, but I mean, I do see it. Just be patient, please. No. Somebody's asking about Black Sam or whatever. Oh, and she did Mac Miller too? Interesting. Okay. Killing. Oh, it was said that Karen Silva has a reputation for stealing money from her clients. No shit. I had no idea. I didn't even know who she was. To be quite honest with you, I'm just turning over cards, child. Just turning over the cards. Okay, so let me focus on, yeah, and who's Black Sam? Does Black Sam have a birthday? Like, you know, whatever. But either way. So let me focus on his energy towards Tanisha. So Karen Silva was the one that found Mac Miller dead. Wow. I remember doing a reading on Mac. I felt really bad for him. I really did. It was like in one of my job videos, but I felt really bad for him because that was not, he keeps saying to me, that was not my intention. And he was cleaning himself up and started to notice certain things. And you know how they do people. You know what I'm saying? They just do people dirty. He's like, my death, the things that happen in my death will come out to the world. Those things will come out to the world. So let me just focus on Tanisha Foster and what his relationship is with Tanisha. All right. All right. Sorry, one second. Yo, he is something else. I will say that. So here he is right here. He keeps saying that with their relationship, it's like it's so on and off sometimes. Like things kind of go back and forth with each other all the time. But you know, he is showing me that they did have like they still. It's like how can I say the Six of Cups is in the root. So this is kind of saying to me like they have like so many fond memories with each other, but they also it's like kind of like being the best of homies, you know what I'm saying? But like this is like the person that still was still, you know, gave, because this is a pleasure card. The Nine of Cups is a pleasure card. So when we see this it's just like, okay, yeah, we the best of friends, but you know, even if things go on a sexual level, there's not a heavy romantic situation that's going on, basically. But he always felt like he could talk to her like as the homie, basically, like as somebody that he's very close to. Again, he's focused on the baby, you know, placing he has the baby right there, just trying to. He's saying that he don't want nobody trying to come into the life attempting to like play daddy. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't know what this is, but he's placing a male energy in the situation. I'm assuming that this is her. This is her card right here. And he's like, I gotta talk to you. He's like, I have to talk to you about this. Ain't nobody about to be coming into my life or coming into my child's life, because as long as my child's still here, I'm still here. That's what he's saying. So I don't know if she's dating or anything like that, but I just keep feeling like whoever this dude is doesn't have the best of intentions, because they ain't got no money like that, and they just trying to take advantage, and he's not with it. That's what he keeps communicating, that he's not with it. And I don't think that he ever will be with it, because she's like, okay, well, if I can't talk to this dude, then what about this dude? And he's like, I don't know. He's showing me the Three of Swords. Like I don't need no man trying to like come into my space or come into my home and trying to use like I just keep getting the feeling like trying to use you or trying to use my child and play daddy. I ain't got time for that shit. Like that's just what he keeps saying. So I don't know what you want to do with your love life, honey. But I think maybe it's best that you keep it separate from home, because he's not having it. He's like, I ain't gonna say it too many times, basically, but I ain't finna have my daughter around people that ain't doing right by you or doing right by my child. Like that's just how he feels. And that's just what it is. So that's his message to her. Let me see what else. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of scrolling through because y'all comment a lot. So do y'all have Big Sam's birthday? If you don't mind. So wait, 3/4, is that his birthday? Okay, and then I see Joel James. I'm not too sure who that is. Who was the guy that killed Nipsey? Does anyone know why he died? Did Queen already say it or hint to it? I kind of did. No, I was talking about. Okay, thank you, Alyssa, for doing that. Okay, so that's his birthday. All right, so let me try to find. Okay, cool. Split the deck, and he chose the card. He is in tune. I love Nip's energy. He's very direct. That's what I like about him. Actually, do this one. Okay, he's very direct. Like when I ask for like a certain card or something. Okay, when I ask for a certain card, he's very precise with his energy. He's extremely precise. Like he knows exactly the points that he wants to get to, and that's what I like about him a lot. So he's saying his brother is still hurting. His brother is still very hurt because he's showing me the Pisces energy. Okay, let me just use him. So he's saying that his brother is still hurt. And I gotta charge my phone, y'all. So I ain't finna be on here for too much longer because I got 15%. And I'm trying to make sure that this reading is staying up, and you know what I'm saying, your girl still got to get, you know, the bag and everything. He communicates through dreams is what he's saying. His brother, I keep hearing that his brother has had like a vision or visions of him being, and I don't know if this is something that they're considering doing, because I know that LA love him very much, but he's like, you know, if people can bring me back home, if people can take me home, I'm ready to go home. He keeps saying that to his brother, I'm ready to go home, take me home. So his brother feels very isolated. He's showing me that he's thinking a lot to himself, isolating himself a lot. He just keeps reflecting on the past conversations that they had, and wishing that there was more that he could do or more that he could say to him. But he's saying that, please write to me. He's like, just write to me and I'll come through. He's like, please do your best not to have your guard up all the time, because it ain't, you know, he just kind of feels like, he keeps saying the world, he feels like the world hurt my brother, you know what I'm saying? So he has his guard up, and he's like, you know, you have to be open to the world and embrace the world, so that way I can feel love too. I still want people to love me through you. And that's not easy for him to do, is what he keeps saying. He's making sure that he's opening up the right opportunities for him, because he knows that certain things he doesn't want it. He's like, I don't want to do, his brother keeps saying, I don't want to do things in a distasteful way. You know, because he looks at this Western society in a completely different way. But he's like, there is a way for you and another way for you to actually represent me, but also be a good speaker. And I need you to speak up for me, because, you know, you are a part of the family. You are, you know, taken care of as well. And we know that you're good. But I just kind of feel like it isn't serving me no justice if you don't talk for me. Like, if you don't, you know, if you don't say what my lesson was or the things that we talked about. And he knows that this is going to require you to get out your comfort zone and to really push forward and to travel. But he keeps talking about, he's like, and he's also saying, please take my kids home. He's like, I need my kids to know that where we come from. Like, he's like, take my baby home. He's like, bring me home. He's like, make plans to bring me home. I don't know why he keeps saying that over and over again, because this is where he's going to be happy. He's like, I need to be brought home, and he's putting that responsibility on his brother. Again, to either travel back home or to just like relocate his remains to the country or something. But that's what he wants. He wants his family to go home. Like, that's what he just keeps stressing to me. And he keeps saying that he wants his brother to take on that responsibility, because at the end of this deck is showing me the Emperor card. Like, you are taking the position of being the new boss of this family now. You're the one that's supposed to be in charge. Okay? So, I don't think, let me see if there's anything else. Does Nip have a headstone yet? Is that a general question, or is that something that y'all are asking? Or that, I mean, I just keep getting the feeling that wherever he is at, regardless of what it is, he does not want to be there. He wants to be taken back home. And back home, I'm assuming, is Africa. I'm assuming he wants his people to be connected, you know, back to their roots or something like that. He's like, y'all need to go home. Y'all need to come on home, or let's go home. Like, that's just what he keeps saying. I don't know who this Jolie James person is. Like, can y'all help me understand who this is? Yeah, because I'm completely clueless. So the guy that Tasha was engaged to was murdered? Interesting. Well, he has, I don't know, he has his way of running certain things. I'm gonna just say it like that, and I'm gonna just keep it like that. I ain't got no comment on that. Jolie James is a writer for Booed Up. Okay. Do you have her birthday? I'm just gonna shuffle really quick because actually, matter of fact, I need to charge this phone. Seriously. Because if this dies, like, y'all gonna be upset that I didn't save this reading. So just give me 1 second because y'all gonna keep asking questions. And I want to be here, but at the same time too, like my energy is precious. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just sitting here looking at people when they go on to like some of these more popular tarot readings and stuff like that, and they be donating to them like all the time. And then for me, I'm just like working my ass off, and it's just like, damn, like come on, bro. Sorry, I'm a little agitated because it's just like people expect so much with so little, and I'm just like not with it sometimes. But in the spirits of him, I'm really doing this just for his sake. So yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to balance this with this charger, and because it's not easy to do, and I can't. Yeah, I'm already like slightly. How am I supposed to do this? Sorry, just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to balance this really quick. Honestly, it's just like, damn, I was, where is this? I'm sorry, I usually have something. Okay, well, I guess that will prop it up. Thank God, because I'm just like, damn. She was with him a day before his death, April 25th, 1980. 1989? Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess, how does he feel about that? I mean, I'm saying, I'm having all types of complications now. Telling you, bro. I know. He's just like, niggas. Anyway. Thank you, boo. I already know. I've been working my behind off. You know what I'm saying? But I just see how people, and it's so crazy because I see people like that will go into other people's readings and stuff and like do like the most or whatever for these other people that just say nothing. And then I'm just like pulling out all this energy, and people think that this is just like so simple to do. And it's like, this is not simple. You know what I mean? I'm like for real doing this on some real shit. So, and it's like people so demanding about their questions, and it's just like, hold up, like, come on now, give me a minute. Anyway. Yeah, it does take a lot of energy to do readings. I'm gonna see if I can write her name down. I'm sorry, he must be focused. He is focused, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I've just shuffled up the cards randomly, but he is focused on his brother. Y'all can go ahead and ask around a whole bunch of different things. Does he want his family to move to Eritrea? Or at least, I guess, visit or do something, because he keeps saying that again, he keeps pulling up his brother with the strength card, wanting him to kind of take that step forward. The strength card is Leo energy, but taking that energy forward is what he keeps saying. His brother's a bit overwhelmed, a bit stressed out over a lot of different things that are going on. In the situation, it's like people fighting over possessives and things like that, and he's like kind of showing me that he's separating himself from that shit. Like, he's separating himself from all that nonsense, from all the BS, is what he keeps saying. He's putting the Ace of Cups right here in the root, like, again, trying to start like another level of connection, or another way for him to evolve himself. He keeps talking about his brother, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I know that you're asking me about this Jolie person or whatever, and I'll try to write her name down. James, and you said it's April 25th, 89. Okay. Anyway, but Like, he keeps talking about his brother. I'm sorry, like, I guess maybe that's the thing. See, that's the thing with Nip. If Nip is focused on something, like, he really don't give a fuck what other people gotta say. He's like, that's why you having such a hard time, because I really don't give a shit, like, what people gotta say. I'm gonna say what I want to say. And he just keep talking about his brother. No offense, but I'm just working with the energy that I'm getting. He's like, please, he's like, you know what you need to do with the money. He's like, please be careful and make sure that that there's other people that ain't doing no shiesty shit with the money, and making sure that it's protected, because I need to make sure that that the family is protected. His brother knows a lot more information than a lot of people know, and his brother is being very careful about this energy, or about what's going on. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you so much. He's just being very careful about the things that he knows, but he's also trying to be responsible and take care of the family. Here we go. He just keeps talking about the baby. He's like, I think what it is that this is such a tragedy, and it's so hurtful, especially for the little girl and the boy, but the baby, the little girl, Black Sam has a lot of ops after him. That's sad. That's why he wants them to relocate. He keeps saying, I need them to relocate. I need them to move. I need them to get the family and go. And I'm not playing when I'm saying this, because he's showing me the Chariot card. Okay, this is a card. This is a water sign card with Cancer in it. But this is an indication of traveling and moving. Moving and traveling is what he keeps saying. He's like, this needs to happen quickly. I don't know, like, I have to say what he wants me to say. Like, I know some people want me to digress and to focus on other things, but if he's stressing for me to say something, I need to say it. Like, that's my responsibility to say that, okay? Because he's trying to make sure that he's protecting his family. I'm gonna put this card over to the side, because I guess Black Sam's energy is all over my deck right now, my regular tarot deck, because he keeps bringing up his brother. He keeps talking about his brother and making sure that his brother's taking the responsibility that's needed. All right, so let me just focus on his energy. Let me find his card really quick and focus on this Jolie James person. Sorry, but like I said, if he's like messing certain things up, and I'm shuffling cards, and he keeps talking about his brother, that needs to be said. Like, it needs to be said. That's just kind of how he feels. So I'm just trying to see. So it's the 25th. Let me see if I can find a card for her to kind of get him to focus on that energy really quick. Who you want? Okay. So what he's doing, I make him put certain cards in my mind that he wants me to use for that particular person. So that's why I'm just trying to find that card right now. So thank you all for being patient. There she go. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Because sometimes, like, that's just what it is. Like, if I just kind of feel him getting frustrated. Like, sometimes he needs to, like, say what he wants to say, and I can shuffle up cards and ask something, but if he's focused on his brother, that's just what he's focused on, and ain't nobody gonna tell him different. He's like, this will all work out for my family. Victory. Look at that, victory. I'm protecting my family. For my family, I gotta look out for my family. My family know what time it is. So this Jolie James, who is this individual? What is the relationship between you and Jolie James? Okay. So I'm just gonna show y'all. Here he is. This is her. He's placing the attachment card in the subconscious mind. Again, dealing with situations, dealing with old attachments is what he's showing me. But this is the thing that's interesting, is that this card is in a situation, the hostility card. This is a very violent card in my Oracle deck. So I know somebody was asking me, did this person witness something? This could be a situation to where someone even not only witnessed something, but is very much aware of something, is what I keep feeling. Certain actions, it's showing me actions, hostility. Look at this. All these things are kind of related. And I'm trying to understand how they're related, because if he's placing the hostility card in a situation with this individual, I'm just trying to understand what the deal was, basically. Why were things not on a good level? Because this attachment card, anytime I'm pulling out some sort of attachment card, this is like not good energy, toxic energy surrounding this situation. Archangel Michael is in the past. So basically Archangel Michael is kind of like showing me like doing his best to cut off demons, or just cut off certain things and keep it pushing, and just kind of use his strength to keep moving forward. When it's coming down to, how can I say it? Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say this like the best way that I know how to say it. He's like, no matter what I'm doing or where I go in my mind, he's like, nobody can sit there and control my mind and control the things that I want to do, because I'm always going to go home to her. I'm always going to go home to her. Like, and I think that's the hardest thing for people to understand, is that I'm committed to her, angel of strength. He keeps pulling up Lauren. I don't know why. I don't know who this female is or what their relationship was, or what was happening, but all I know is that he's just saying there's certain things that he just did not want to be involved with certain people in the industry, and he's like, she balances me out, period. Like, this is who I'm going back to. And a lot of people can't control that. Certain people just can't control what he's doing. Does that make sense? That's the feeling that I keep getting. There's some sort of disagreement that seemed to have happened between her and him. And I'm trying to understand, because he's like, she ain't letting this go. She's not letting certain attachments go. And it's like, I'm moving forward. And that's just kind of what he was pulling out, is that I'm moving forward. So with this hostility card in the situation, the thing that's crazy is that like, I'm sorry, yes, but the ex won't let go. Okay, got it. Again, what happened with the situation is dealing with old situations that he's like, I'm moving forward. Like, I'm just moving forward. But I think that she's holding on. This individual is like, kind of like not allowing reality to set into place. That's the best way to describe it. Has this person gotten into like any arguments or any disagreements with like Lauren or anything? Have they gotten into any disagreements before or anything like that? I'm just trying to understand. Okay, gotcha. So this person probably, she isn't all in blue and stays repping him. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. But he's kind of letting it be known. He keeps pulling Lauren out. Like, this is who I'm with. You know what I'm saying? No matter what connections that I have with people from the past or whatever it is, this is who I'm with. Like, this is who I'm standing by. Like, certain people need to just kind of like stay in their position. Like, that's just kind of how he feels. So I guess he doesn't like it when things get too messy, because he keeps showing me like he's like trying to sweep certain shit up. Like, he doesn't like when shit gets out of control. Like, people need to accept where their position is in his life. basically, how certain things are going in his life, and that's just what it is. Because he wouldn't put things out in the forefront and out in public if he didn't want it to be that way. He's extreme. He's very direct. He's very calm when he says things, but he's extremely direct in how he feels about like how he wants to express things. If he's saying like, look, because see, I keep feeling like he's like, look, I'm the type of dude. He's like, I got love for everybody. You know, I got love for everybody, but there's just certain romantic things that some females will be able to fulfill that others won't be able to understand me on that level. And that's just what it is. Like, that's just what it is. Let me see. I'm sorry, she posted a receipt being at the store the day he got killed. Well, let me look into that. Which one do you want me to use? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find a card to use for this person. Her issues are with Nip and the mixed messages create a fatal confusion. She won't stop, I'm sorry, until her pain stops, is what this person is saying. Is that what the message was, or is that how she's feeling? I'm trying to understand what's good. I'm gonna try. You want me to use that card? Okay, I'm gonna just use whatever card I got. Okay, so I'm just gonna shuffle up this card. I know this Queen of Swords came up before. I was trying to find another card to use for her, but he just, I mean, the Queen of Swords just fell out. So I'm gonna just use that card for her energy. Now this could be a completely different thing, but if certain cards come up the way that they come up, I can't control it, and it's just fate rolling in, you know, the way that it's supposed to go. Okay, so for this, so for the Queen, I've placed the Queen of Swords. Again, I'm not saying that Queen of Swords reading that I did before could be a different energy. I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but that's why I'm just like, I gotta be careful with my words, y'all. So I'm gonna just leave it how it is, you know what I'm saying? Does she have, or is she aware or have a relationship with the brother? Has she said anything to the brother that makes Nip feel uneasy? Because he's showing me he's guarding himself against this female. 9 of Wands is resilience, protecting, trying to protect people. This is a bit of a burden for him because a lot of people don't know the secrets. He's like, a lot of people don't know the secrets as to what's going on. But see, the thing is that his brother is putting shit together, and he's just trying to make sure that his family is okay. He keeps digressing. He's like, I don't even give a shit about all that, bruh. He's like, I don't even give a shit about all that. I'm worried about my family. I'm worried making sure my family comfortable and they stable. Listen. That's all I'm saying. She is connected to the family. She's locked outside of her mom's house and she's really sad. Oh my God. I hope that baby is okay. I hope she's all right. Because I keep feeling like there's some guy that mom is messing with, and he does not want the baby around. He does not want the baby around the mama like that. I don't know what mama doing, but I just kind of feel like there's some sort of extra activities that are going on, and he's not happy about that. So please look out for her. Please, I hope Lauren or somebody can kind of come through, you know, what's going on with that. She's connected. Can you tell me how she's connected to the family? I need someone to clarify that for me because it's crazy. I hope that little baby is okay. They need to leave for safety reasons. Okay. Yeah. Are you just Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's just the energy that I'm feeling. To be honest with you, there's some sort of secret that somebody knows that he's trying to. I just keep feeling like he's trying to protect his family because somebody wants more. There's people that want more, and even if they can't have direct access to it, they're gonna try to get some sort of access to it. I don't know why I need to say that, but I just need to say it. I know it don't make no sense to me because I'm like, who the hell are these people? Where they come from? And he's like, shut up, just say what I'm saying. Just say what I'm saying. Somebody needs to get that baby right now. I saw it on Instagram. Yeah, for Amani. Wasn't the sister supposed to get custody? What happened with that? Because see, people need to record that and make sure that the baby with the family or something because something's off. He's upset about different. Why is she not with her aunt? That's what I'm trying to find out. Like I just keep getting the feeling that there's different guys that are coming around, and he's like, I don't like putting my business out there like that, but I don't need my baby being around other niggas. Like I ain't trying to have nobody else playing daddy. The brother got her supposedly, but she locked outside of the mama house, so I don't understand what's going on. I think the sister has custody, but she apparently on visitation with her mom right now. Oh, okay. He can't speak publicly. Too much danger for brother and children. It sounded like she was venting, however, it doesn't tell the full story. Yeah, indeed. She said her mom is cleaning the house and she can't go back in until it's done, and they're slowing, they're slow doing it. So she tried to go to her grandfather's house, but he's not opening the door. She said mom was cleaning up and she had to wait outside until she's done. Okay. It's a lot of family drama, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I just kind of feel like there needs to be more structure. There's some sort of arguments that are happening amongst people. Everybody kind of like breaking off or doing their own thing, and he's like, I'm not having it. Like, he's not having it. He don't want to have it. He ain't having it. I think he would rather her be. He'd rather her be in the care of other people, honestly. I think Lauren need to step up. Yo, Lauren need to step up for real. And I know that I'm sorry. I know you are a Taurus mama, Tanisha, but it's just like she needs to be near the essence of her father. Like that's the part that's hurtful. You know what I'm saying? Or at least uncle need to kind of step in or something, because she's out of, like, this baby is out of place. And I was picking this up before y'all even said anything to me. You know what I'm saying? I know she, it's difficult. Oh, I'm sure. Poor baby. Poor baby. I feel sorry for her. Okay, I gotta say this to y'all really quick. This is pertaining to his business side. He keeps wanting to talk about his business side of things. So I'm gonna just show y'all real quick. Okay, so he's making a connection in my mind right now. This king of Pentacles keep coming up, boy. King of Pentacles with plenty of secrets, but he's like, I see through people's secrets. I see through y'all's secrets. He's like, it's so funny that I consider people very close to me friends, and that I work with these people, but because he's placing the Six of Cups in the situation, meaning bad friends, bad company, not good people, somebody that ain't good to him, that he was very close to. He's saying that certain individuals that he was close to or that he knew were having secret affairs with each other, with somebody that he knows that he worked with. That's not a good friend. He keeps talking about. that he worked with. This shit is crazy, bro. Like, he's pulling out a whole bunch of shit. People finding out different information. He keeps pulling up his brother. People finding out information. His brother's doing his best to like push forward with the legacy and be generous about certain things for the opportunity for things to come through. This individual was very jealous of the fact that he had a lot of control and had things on lock. He's showing me the Emperor card, taking control and taking charge of things. But it's like, while Nip is kind of busy doing his own thing on the side or whatever, certain people having side conversations with this Emperor card, pertaining to different secrets or different things like that, wanting to take control, take possession, and have, like, I keep hearing this person saying, I'm tired of the slow grind. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want that quick shit. Like, I want it to kind of grow into his own personal success. He's like, you can keep her. I don't know who this person's who this person messing with or whatever. He's like, you can keep her. You can keep dealing with her. You can keep her. But when it comes down to my money, and when it comes down to, and he's not talking about Laura, just to make that clear. He's not speaking on Laura. He's talking about someone else that he used to work with, that is very close to him, that's trying to get very close to someone else that he knows. And he's like, you can keep her, but you ain't getting near my money, bro. Like, you finna be cut off really soon. He's like, I'm blocking this off. 8 of Swords. I'm blocking this off because you can't be trusted. He's like, you cannot be trusted. And he was kind of looking at this person sideways before all this situation went down, is what he keeps saying to me. He was looking at this individual very sideways before his death happened, is what he's communicating. Lot of snaky shit going on around him. Maybe family with Jolie was linked to the fact that she got signed with Rock Nation business-wise. I'm sure he's alluding to Grammy. Could be. It could be. So I'm sorry, is she a recording artist and she was working, oops, there you go. She was working with, is she like a recording artist and she's working with Nip? That's what I'm trying to understand, like, who this, because you said that she wrote Boot Up, but she got signed to Rock Nation. Is that what you're saying? After he died? Is that what's going on? Anyway, not too sure myself, but that's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what it is. So was she signed to him first and then moved right after? Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's the thing with Nipsey. Nipsey, I'll give it to Nip. He's an attractive man, but he has a way with words and women are so like completely drawn to his energy, you know what I'm saying? And he's just like a real cool type of person. But when he puts things into perspective about like, yo, this is business or this is pleasure or this is what this is, he's very straight to the point about how he feels about certain things. And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of females, they just can't seem to fully handle it. I don't know why, but they just can't seem to handle it because they want more, you know, from him. So basically, this is gonna be his final word because he's like, I gotta get out of here, bro. Like, he's like, I gotta get out of here. He keeps saying this to me, so this is like the final thing. He's saying that right here, it's placing the High Priestess on his crown, so this could just mean just tapping into the intuition. He keeps saying tapping into the intuition or even appreciating the things that I'm doing and speaking up. He's like showing me that I gotta recharge and get back into my space. So that's how I know he wants to just kind of like be to himself in his subconscious mind and reflect on certain things on a spiritual level. He's placing the Ace of Cups, everyone showing a lot of love for him. He appreciates it. Placing the Magician out here. He's like, I'm still working. I still do my thing. It's just that people can't possess me on this material level anymore. People cannot possess me on this material level anymore, and it's not something that people can hang on to with me anymore. I'm no longer a possession that people can use. What I did, he's like, when it came down to music and the things that I wanted to do, this was my magic. You understand? Like, this was my way. This is my way of being able to use my magic and use my mind in order to that don't feel understood. I for real gotta go because this thing keeps going out and he ain't playing with me. So really quick. He is saying the tides will turn, the wheel of fortune will come up. There are going to be more things that are revealed. He wants to make sure that he keeps saying, I want to make sure my boys are taken care of. That is including Lauren's son with Wayne. Because he's like, you know, I'm daddy. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I'm making sure that my boys are taken care of. And also pertaining to his sister, they have a lot of work to do. It's a lot of burdens to try to keep certain things together. But he admires them for what they're doing and trying to like make sure that the family is together. He's like, don't worry, judgment is coming soon. He's like, everything will fall into place. Don't worry about nothing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am exhausted. I'm hot. I'm tired. I love y'all. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope that y'all learned something from this reading and everything. And thank you all for donating and following me on IG at Queen Prodigy 0369, and also supporting me through personal tarot readings. And if you can't do that right now, please like, subscribe. Oh, is that you, Black Sam? Love you too, etc. But thank you for tuning in, y'all people. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing and sharing. I'm gonna check into that video. Like, subscribe, submit. I know it's a rough time, but we are all kind of in this together. That's his main message. We are all in this together as a community. We are in this together, and we got to evolve together. So blessings to you all. Take care.